Yeah.
You have any idea why that happened?
No, I
One of
don't
those things.
actually. It's a weird and or interesting story.
Some would say. Have you been watching the trial? That's been going on.
No, I haven't been watching any trials.
No?
Do you mean Amber and Johnny?
Yeah. The biggest trial of all time.
I've seen a little bit about it on the news, but I haven't been like watching it.
Oh man, it's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty mad. There was the other night. So like, do you know the vibe with the trial so far?
They're both as bad as each other.
Nah, man. Johnny Depp doesn't seem great, but Amber Heard is, mate. Honestly,
Didn't she shit on his pillow?
she shot on his bed. Yeah, like listening to her. Honestly, it makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
She's so fucking evil. Like the story she tells, with so little evidence, is insane.
Right.
Johnny Depp punched her 15 times in the face, headbutted her, broke her nose, and then dragged her up the stairs by her hair.
Mm.
And the evidence is like this little like mark on her face. Everyone says it's makeup. Like it's not swelling. It's not.
Right.
There's no blood. There was like a little bit of hair on the floor. She goes, "See, that's where you dragged me by my hair. Where's all the blood?" Like it was like honestly, she went on for about 15 minutes about this.
If you're,
She's
getting,
lying for her fucking teeth, man.
if you're getting dragged by the hair,
Yeah, it's gonna do a lot of damage.
yeah,
A lot
like
of
actually
damage.
dragged.
Yeah. Up the stairs as well. Imagine dragging someone up the stairs by their hair.
Be really hard.
Yeah, he's not that big of a bloke, Johnny Depp, is he?
No, he's not massive.
Nah, if Arnie done it, you'd understand. He'd just like chuck her to the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Grabbed by the scruff.
Yeah. They had like this cameraman, right? He was fucking insane. He'd been doing like camera stuff for like 50 years. He was like last level Dark Souls boss.
50
like,
years.
Cameras. Yeah, he like knew everything, right? It was insane. And like basically he'd come out and been like, yeah, all our photos are, I can't say they're Photoshop, but they've been through photo editing software.
Right.
And there was like 10 different versions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they were like, so do you think this Photoshopped? He was like, which one are you talking about? Because there's like 8 different ones. And he was like bringing up slideshows where they'd slide into each other and you could clearly see it was 2 different.
Oh, no way.
One was like way redder than the other one and it just made it look worse.
No way.
But the cross-examination was so fucking embarrassing.
Have you seen it all? Is it like online?
Yeah.
I
And there's
just
like a lot of
watch it.
Twitch streamers are just like talking over it, so I've just been watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like the people that were like cross-examining him was, they were like at the start they were like, so you've got what do they call degrees in America? Just degrees.
Yeah.
They were like, you've got a degree in like not camera stuff, like science. And he was like, yeah. So you've got no degrees in cameras? No. All right, and then they're like looking through the paper to find enough questions. Like, did you think that was going to break the man? That's insane.
Fine, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know nothing. What is a camera? And then he was like, "So how do you know these photos are edited?" He goes like, "Well, if you look at the metadata," he's like, "Objection! I don't know what you're talking about." And it's like, right. I suppose if you look at the resolution has been cropped. Objection! This is too confusing. Honestly, it happened like 3 times.
Yeah.
There is a rule of like.
You're not allowed to use jargon or something, are you?
Yeah, but it was more like,
Something like
this is
that.
beyond the scope of what we know. Literally is what he said.
It's beyond the scope of what we know. So it's like our podcast.
Yeah. But every time it was like, so how do you know then? And he'd try and describe it and go, objection! So how do you know they're photoshopped? It was so stupid.
They're playing to a 12-man jury though, aren't they? Like, and there'll be some dumb cunts on it.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of people are on Johnny's side.
Yeah,
Online.
I saw an article on the news and it was like people beaming. Here are the celebrities that beam with delight while testifying on Johnny Depp's behalf.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we talk about an ongoing court case? Well, it's in the public eye.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not that bad. Like, it seems like Amber Heard's, like, all of her lawyer strategy is like, oh, so you're doing this for the fame, are you? You're trying to get famous, are you? There was, like, one woman, right? She Skyped in for 2 minutes to say that Amber Heard beat her sister up at the airport. And she was just Skyped in from home as a 50-year-old woman. She hadn't even done her makeup. And she was like, so you want your 15 minutes of fame, do you? It's like, what do you think I'm getting out of this? Do you think the fucking, the tabloid's going to come knocking around my door?
That's mad.
They're going to put me in Big Brother next year because of this court appearance. Yeah, they seem bad, her lawyers.
Talking about those actors made me realise I hadn't thought of a film pitch.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
The problem is, I got two stories.
Yeah? How's this going to work?
Well, they're on the same lines.
Okay.
I think
Pirates of the Caribbean 1 and Pirates
I think
of the Caribbean
basically
2.
you can give the same rating to both of them.
Okay.
Because, well, we'll get onto it. But we've got our next ghost story.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And we also forgot the fortune cookie last week.
Yeah, we haven't got better yet, but...
No.
I mean, it's on the cards, isn't it? It's coming. Although, since we mentioned our perfect rating on Spotify was a 4.9, it dropped to a 4.5. So someone listened to that and went, nah, that's too high.
Okay.
Let me get involved.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, it's probably what we deserve.
I think that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a podcast where you talk about shitting yourself this many times and keep a consistent 4.9 rating.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right, story 2 from Fentiman's Tonic Baskerville, one of our listeners. Again, it just says head with an open bracket at the start, so I don't know what the end of that is.
Okay. Ambiguous.
Old Neb.
What? What is this? What's happened?
This is our second ghost story from if you remember, it was
The Morty Vicar was the first one.
that was the first, the Sangford Arms Soutique Bagger.
Yeah.
Soutie Bagger.
I still don't get Morty Vicar.
No, because it was a soup bowl, but
But even like...
we haven't had any further clarifications.
Why
So
do people say that when they fart?
it's funny, isn't it?
Is it funny?
It's a
I
bit.
feel like I've been confused for years about it. I was like,
I don't mind it.
what vicar? What tea? Who are you talking about?
Do you want to read this one?
I can do.
I did the last one.
I've been known to read.
There's a bit of
from
singing.
time to time. Oh, great.
Just
make
know
me
that
sing.
soprano is. "Ah."
What?
When it says soprano,
Okay,
you've
I've
got
got
to
to
say
sing it high
everything.
Okay. Yeah. But surely you know this story though.
I've had a brief glance at it, but
Okay.
I haven't read it properly.
It's the end of the groundskeeper. I take it.
Yeah, I think that's the start of the
That's
next
the
one.
next story. Okay. So, Old Neb. I assume that's a pun on Old Greg.
Maybe.
I'm Old Neb. Neb haunts one of the local bus stops and is most commonly seen on the darkest of summer nights, floating through the pools of streetlight, holding his disemboweled entrails in one hand and a bottle of Lambrini in the other. This could be in the town we're from, Will. Have you seen that man?
Old Neb.
No, Lambrini man.
No.
He's always got a bottle of Lambrini.
I once accidentally, before Download 2012, we were buying the booze and stuff, and I picked up a bottle of Lambrini because I was thinking maybe this would do me for a day.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, I'm not going to have this shit. And just like,
Lambrini man, come on, grabbed it.
no, I just let go of it. Not deliberately.
Yeah.
It just smashed on the floor.
Not very smart.
No, made me look like a right knob.
I was in the local shop a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Lambrini man was in front of me, and the person at the front was having a big old natter at the till, just chatting about life. They'd been there for about 2 or 3 minutes. Lambrini man was like, "Come on, hurry up!" Obviously, he had his Lambrini. He was
Yeah, I've not seen this dude.
You haven't seen? I'll have to point him out next time.
What does he look like?
He's quite short, and he's sort of like, he looks like a ruffian. He always has a cap on. It's quite sort of. I feel like every time he goes near me, he goes, long hair. Or like, he makes some sort of comment about me having long hair.
Long hair?
Yeah, it's literally like that level of like, that's the normal hair that a girl has, and you're not a girl. I'm like, oh, I'm insulted now. Can't be insulted.
Ouch, my pride.
Yeah. From a man who drinks Lambrini at 12 in the afternoon. He's the guy I should be taking life lessons off. How should I cut my hair? Where should I go? Cut my hair and go to the local park, should I? With a Lambrini. So, holding his disemboweled entrails in one hand and a bottle of Lambrini in the other, he sings a haunting soprano in the night. The words that some believe to be a lament to a lost love. The working day
Hiya,
is done
please.
now.
Hiya.
I
I know, I can't hear the words. Do it again.
My ox maybe ain't something. It's fucked her shit up. It's a real song.
So what was the words to that?
The work day is done now. To the inn for a sup. My ox Mabel ate something. It's fucked her shit up. What's an ox Mabel?
Don't know.
No?
No.
Ensoprano.
Yeah.
Our local historian has found evidence that this is a medieval farmer song entitled "Plough Be Hard Boy, Righteous Point."
Fair play.
Yeah. It's a pretty good song, to be fair.
Ploughing is hard.
Yeah, it is a hard job.
I've never ploughed. Have you?
No. I don't intend to.
No, you're not going to move to arable.
Nah, I don't think I ever would. There's no passion in it, is there?
I don't know.
It's just all about grounding it in soil.
You can be mates with all the crops.
No, exactly. I can, can give a little carrot a cuddle and a...
Well, you could.
Yeah, I mean...
Wouldn't cuddle back.
Nah, I mean, Lambrini might be there.
How many do you cuddle?
Got a few. There's like a few a day.
They cuddle back?
Well, they just stand there. The ones that don't run away, you can cuddle.
All right, yeah.
And I say that's they like it.
I don't think we should say what animal it is.
No, we'll leave it ambiguous. It's an ox mabel. But I do like when you scratch their back and they go... And they like start getting into it. They go... They like scratch back.
Well, if that wasn't a clue, then I don't know what was.
Parakeets.
This is weird and or interesting stories, by the way.
I do have an update on a past story.
Oh, go on then.
One you'll be willing to hear, Will.
Okay.
One you'll be quite down for.
Yeah.
It's a lawnmower update.
Okay. Yeah.
So, previous lawnmower story.
Yeah.
We share a lawnmower.
We do.
We don't live together.
We don't.
I left it in my car for like a year when I was taking it back from your house once, and the battery knackered. It just wouldn't charge. It just kept like, the lights were going, but no one was home. So I went online, was trying to find enough battery. Impossible task for some reason. No Sovereign website.
Yeah, fuck you, Sovereign.
Fuck Sovereign.
Yeah.
There was no like, it's this battery. It was like a 10-digit code. It was impossible. You type it in. But anyway, I found one, bought it, put it in my lawnmower. It worked. And then took it out and it wouldn't charge. It was a different charger. So I went online, bought a charger with 10 different charging adapters. None of them fit the charger, or none of them fit the battery. But one of them did fit battery number 1, which doesn't charge, which is just annoying.
Right.
It's just salt in the wound at this point. So I'm like, I'm trying to find a charger, and you just can't find a charger for this thing. I even went on the guy's eBay I bought it from, and he was like, it's this charger, in case you bought the wrong one. I looked up the digits he put in, it just wasn't online.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to have to give up this line of looking for a charger. And I spoke to you last week. I'd found another battery.
Yeah.
Ordered that. In the process of the battery turning up, which is like a week,
Yeah.
I was looking in the back of my car, saw a charger that was like round and, looked like battery number 1 charger, battery number 2 charger, sorry. I thought, I'm not going to bother with that now because I've got a battery coming.
Yeah.
So I left it in the back of my car. Battery turns up. It's the same as battery number 2.
Sure. Yeah, of course it is.
So, yeah, I don't have a charger for it. I'm like, oh, what about the charger I found in the back of my car? Maybe, annoyingly, that's going to work and I would have wasted money on the battery. It fits charge number 1.
Battery number 1.
Battery number 1.
Which doesn't charge.
Yeah. But that was a pump. It was a plug-in for a, what you call it? Inflatable mattress, one of them pump things.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of them. Oh, so I've got another charger. So I pull that out of the thing. Maybe this will work in battery 2. Works in battery 1. So now I have a battery that doesn't charge with 4 chargers and 2 working batteries that I can't buy a charger for anywhere.
Can you not get a charger for the battery?
Do you want to know? Do you want to know the worst ending to this story?
I think so. Yeah. It's only right.
The worst ending to this fucking story, right? I'm searching through my car, and I find a Sovereign battery charger. Do you know where this is going?
Well, maybe. Go on.
And the Sovereign battery charger is obviously the battery charger made for that battery.
Yeah.
So it fits and it charges and it's fine.
The first one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what happened is, for some reason, there's a charger in my kitchen, because it had been like a year, where I used to charge my battery that looks exactly the same and fits into the battery well enough for the battery to light up and say, yeah, I'm charging, but just not hold any charge.
Oh.
And I've no idea what the fuck this charger's for. I've literally have no idea what it's doing there. but I was just using the wrong charger.
Oh.
So I bought 2 batteries and a charger for no fucking reason.
But you've got a working lawnmower now.
Yep, so I have mowed my lawn, which is great.
Tight.
Which is a bonus.
Damn,
But
man.
my God, that's a lot of money.
Surely after the first one you found in the boot, you thought, I'll give the car a once over.
Should have done. But I just assumed that was the right battery charger that's in the kitchen, because that's where I charge. I don't even... What?
Yeah, but you'd got it off me. And I had the charger.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even think though, because I took it out of my car for like a year before I started using it, because I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah.
But I can see how that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very easy. Very easily done. Oh, mate.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm going to have to try and send them batteries back or flog them.
Are we talking 3 figures for everything?
No, I would have thought so. The battery's about 20 quid a piece.
All right, so
50 quid, I reckon.
that's still...
Yeah, that's a lot of money for nothing. I wouldn't even be...
It's a lot of money for nothing, yeah.
I wouldn't even be annoyed if I could get a charger that worked for the other batteries, so I could have some spares.
Yeah.
So I could at least, like, I could charge 3 up and do, like, 1 hit, because it's not man enough to do my gun in 1 hit. So I could be like, right, I'm doing a day session now, 3 charge, 3 batteries.
Day session.
Lock the back door. Right.
An all day a lawnmower. Lawnmower away.
Yeah. I was out making use of it last night. I'd had a few whiskies on the go. It's about 8 o'clock. I was fucking around my garden, singing some Tessa Violet. Looked like a fucking maniac. I tried the wheels, because you said the wheels go down, don't they?
Well, they go up, which is what you need, yeah.
Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work. But I did find...
What do you mean it didn't work?
Well, they went high, but it still bottoms out.
Oh, okay.
But I found if I run fast enough... So, 8 o'clock, there was a very drunk man singing quite loudly, sprinting up and down the garden with a
Fucking hell,
lawnmower.
mate.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get fucking sectioned, I think.
I mean, it's odd.
Yeah, it's very strange.
It is odd.
It's like, it goes from like walking back, not backwards, but you know... Like,
He had a few whiskey. You're not drinking the honey jack out of the bottle again, are you?
Nah, Bells. It's cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
It's
To
cheaper.
be fair, I did notice bells these days.
Yeah, I don't walk backwards. It's like I walk forwards, but I hold the lawnmower behind me. It's like I'm dragging a pram or something.
I saw a
behind
cat
me.
walk backwards yesterday.
Really?
For ages.
What? How long's ages? Like 20 minutes?
Minute.
A minute, right,
Yeah.
okay. That's long enough.
Had a crisp packet in his mouth, but I didn't see that for ages. It was just walking backwards
Is that why it was
towards
walking
me.
backwards? Because it's dragging, I think.
Yeah.
I could see that, yeah. Yeah. I once saw, I don't know if this is interesting for a podcast, I'll cut it out. It was like one of them like little shrews or like ferrets or something.
Right.
One of those little animals, but it was like carrying a whole bird.
Yeah.
And I was driving a tractor and it was like frantically trying to pull it out of the way and I was like, wait, get the fuck out of the road. And it's like dragging a whole bird and
Bloody hell.
yeah, we'll cut this out. It's not a good
A
story.
weasel? A ferret?
Yeah, it was something like that, yeah.
How long was it?
Long, I reckon. About a foot maybe,
Yeah.
with the tail. But it was like,
So
it could
it's
not pull
small.
this bird at all. It's like a big pigeon it was trying to drag. Yeah.
That's small.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, don't know what it was.
I don't know. You made me think of something then for about half a second. Oh, can't remember.
Oh, no. We'll cut this out, it's fine.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Because you said about cutting something out, because you'll have to cut out one about the address. You know, flats.
Yeah.
So if you walk there from here, right,
Yeah.
which you are probably going to do at some point, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever walk that way?
No, but
So, right, walk that way
yeah.
at night, and I
You always see a
promise,
cat walking backwards.
mate, you will get a white cat come walk next to you.
Okay.
Then you walk for about 15, 20 seconds, and there'll be a second white cat,
Is it a glitch in the Matrix?
and then there'll be a third. And these 3 white cats will go with you until you get to about, like, St. Edmund Street,
Yeah.
and then they'll just leave you alone. But they'll follow 3 white cats.
It's like a spirit animal. It's like one of those that is taking you to
It
the
is
afterlife.
creepy as fuck, man.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah. And they've all got Chris back.
It's happened loads of times.
Yeah?
Loads, mate. Yeah. Whenever you walk that way. No, because I spoke to someone at work who lives up here, and she said it's happened to her before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're guarding cats. They're guarding something.
It's just fucking weird.
Or they're
isn't
like fucking government drones
it? Either way, it's fucking weird, isn't it?
trying to listen to your conversations. Because they're so interesting.
Like the squirrels in Rick and Morty. Except they're not government. Anyway. Right.
Was that Rick and Morty? I don't remember.
Yeah, the squirrels. Just don't fuck with the squirrels, Morty.
Isn't that like a famous conspiracy that all birds are fake?
Yeah, I think I have heard that one
drones.
before.
I think it's one of them conspiracies that someone made up to prove how stupid conspiracies are, and it took off and was like, see?
Yeah.
People are idiots. It's probably true, to be fair. Birds are a bit weird.
They're not that weird, though, are they? Alright, it's my week. I got two sort of mini stories.
Okay.
But they're under the same umbrella.
Umbrella Man.
Of ancient tech.
Okay.
Have you heard of Baghdad?
No. Go on.
Have you heard of Parthian?
Parthian?
Yeah.
This sounds like something religious.
Have you heard of Iraq?
Civilization 6.
Have you heard of the Baghdad Battery?
I have heard of the Baghdad Battery.
So the Baghdad Battery is a name given to a set of 3 artifacts which are found together: a ceramic pot, a tube of copper, and a rod of iron. It was discovered in present-day Rabu, Iraq, close to the metropolis of Ctesiphon, the capital of Parthian and Sasanian empires. And it is believed to date from either of these periods. So basically what it is a pot, a rod, and a tube.
It's something to do with citric acid would create an electrical current.
They could electroplate things.
Yeah. Electroplate things.
Yeah.
Explain.
Basically put stuff in water and stuff. And then it like affects the quality of stuff. Mm-hmm. It makes things better. Like dip it in there, put an electric current through it in certain conditions, and then it makes things like stronger.
Okay,
it makes materials stronger.
Yeah.
I think that's the vibe anyway. Electroplating is widely used in industry to improve the surface qualities of objects, such as resistance to abrasion, corrosion, lubricity, reflectivity, electrical conductivity, or appearance.
Okay, yeah.
So you can do loads of stuff.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to dip it in the whole battery.
Well, you use the battery to do it.
Okay.
So it's a pot 6 inches tall, with a cylinder made of a rolled copper sheet, which has an iron rod in it. It's got like a stopper. What they thought you'd do. So you could do. So if you dipped like a stone statue in it.
Yeah.
And you put gold in it. Mm-hmm. And you used it for what its purpose was of electroplating, it would cover the statue in gold.
Okay, right.
That gold would stick to it, and then it would be part of it.
Okay.
And it's basically the idea that they had this technology in 150 BC.
Yeah, it's like very old.
So 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
They were able to plate things in metal. There's lots of things. Basically, people don't know whether it's true. Some people say it's definitely what it was for. Some people think it's just mental and absolutely impossible.
It does seem a bit like it was a bit too rudimentary to do anything like that, right? It was just a bit...
I mean, it's very basic.
Yeah. It was just a pot of cop, right? What did I say?
Pot of cop, you said.
Whatever that means. What was I trying to say there?
I don't know.
A pottery pot, I suppose. That's what I was going to try and say.
Okay, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it is like a small pottery pot, right? Like it's not a...
Yeah, it's 6 inches tall.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, 6 inches, whatever.
You couldn't fit a lot in there to gold plate, could you? And...
Well, no, but you probably haven't got a lot of gold.
So you don't need small things, yeah. I can see the logic there, but...
But it's part of it is that like a terracotta pot like that could conduct and sort of use electricity, you know, in enough of a way.
Because I always heard it was like a bit more of a battery, and it's a bit sort of like, it would like conduct electricity or whatever, you know, disperse electricity.
Well, yeah, that's the main like
I wonder if it was like...
riposte to the theory that
Yeah.
it wouldn't fucking work.
Oh, right, it wouldn't actually work.
Yeah.
Because I always just heard it as like it would create electricity. So like maybe it was one of those...
Well, it could in theory, I think, but...
If you had the right citric acid in there,
Yeah.
right? But like maybe it was the first joke handshake machine.
What's a joke handshake machine?
The electric thing where you go, shake
Oh,
your hand,
okay.
and you buzz them. You just have like a big pot of cop in your hand, and someone shakes it and goes, and they get a zap, and you go, "Hey!" That generates electricity when
Yeah,
you
could
touch
be.
it.
I mean, it's not a lot of gold plated stuff. Well, sarcophagi,
Yeah.
are they gold plated? Can't be. They can only do it in a little jar.
Yeah, you can do it in that jar, couldn't they? I feel like they're solid gold, weren't they?
And also, I don't know when ancient Egyptians were around.
Yeah, that was a lot later than 100 BC, wasn't it? Wait, no. Was it before?
Before, it
Yeah,
must
it's
have
before,
been before.
yeah. Yeah, it was 1000 BC.
Maybe they sort of sorted it out, and then that's the
Yeah.
only bit that's left. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's one bit of ancient tech, right?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't either.
It's quite rudimentary and there's not a lot to go on. There's nothing to say they were using it, is there?
Mythbusters did it, apparently.
Did it work?
10 handmade terracotta jars were fitted to act as batteries. Lemon juice was chosen as the electrolyte to activate the electrochemical reaction between the copper and iron. Connected in series, the batteries produce 4 volts of electricity.
Which is a lot.
When linked in series, the cells had sufficient power to electroplate a small token and to deliver current to acupuncture-type needles for therapeutic purposes, but not quite enough to deliver an electric shock.
Okay, so they could do a little bit with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't for making electric shock, to be fair.
Yeah, it's for gold plating
Yeah,
stone giants.
so it sort of worked, but
Yeah.
it seems like the Baghdad battery is only half the kit you need.
You need 4 of them,
Yeah,
which they didn't find. They only found 1.
but potentially true.
I mean, it could have been one of those things where they had a pot and they just put those things in it. And then one person went near it and felt a static shock and went, that's weird. And then it became like a crazy, you know what I mean?
I suppose it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Like one of them Tesla balls where you go zzz and you go, oh, my hair's frictioned. You'd touch it like, oh, well, it's not a shock. It's a bit like my hair's standing up.
Yeah, I
my
wonder if
ends.
that's how it works.
Yeah, I just went near it a bit. And
Yeah.
something happened.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know. Have you ever heard of ancient Egypt?
No, go on.
Have you
What
heard
year
of,
was ancient Egypt? Was it 3,000 years ago?
have you heard of the Hathor Temple?
No. Anne Hathaway Temple.
Yeah, that's it.
Catwoman. Other roles that she was in while I feel time for a while to look for stuff.
It just says Egypt.
Get
It
smart.
doesn't say when Egypt was.
Such a factual podcast, isn't it? When Egypt was. Google when Egypt was.
When was Pharaoh?
Was it 300 BC?
3,150 BC.
3000 BC? Jesus. I think
No,
it was
hold
3000
on.
BC.
Hold on. The last native pharaoh. Yeah, the title of pharaoh
Yeah.
started in 3,150 BC.
Jesus, yeah.
And the last pharaoh was in 343 BC.
Okay. I said
So they
300
lasted
BC,
3,000 years, 2,800 years.
Yeah. Yeah, they were crazy, weren't
Fuck, man. I didn't realise it was all that long. Jiminy cricket. Right.
they? Well, it took 3,000 years to build on pyramids, didn't it?
Have you heard of the Dendera light?
I think I have.
The Dendera light is a motif in the Hathor temple at Dendera in Egypt. A fringe theory interpretation of the reliefs is that they depict some form of ancient Egyptian lighting technology,
Okay.
similar to an arc lamp or cathode ray tube.
So was this physical evidence or was this the pictures?
There's a picture. I've got a picture here.
Yeah, because in the hieroglyphs.
The temple can... Well, it sort of is. It's hieroglyph. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a photo.
Yeah.
The temple contains several reliefs depicting Harsomtus in the form of a snake emerging from a lotus flower, which is usually attached to the bow of a barge. The so-called Dendera light is a variation of this motif, showing Harsomtus in an oval container called HN, which might represent the womb of Nut.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes a jed pillar supports the snake or the container. Closely related motif is God resting on the lotus flower. So I'm going to show you a picture of the dendrolite.
Okay, I'm picturing what I think you're going to show me.
Do you want to describe it before I show it to you?
A little man bowing down with a lamp-looking thing up with a snake in the middle of the light.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's sort of coming out of that dude's crotch. So.
Yeah, is a big snaky dick.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to be the picture for the episode, I think.
yeah, definitely.
So look at that. So yeah, allegedly.
I mean, actually saying that, I don't know if you want to go into tangent quite yet in your story.
Oh no, go on.
I saw a thing that like really looked like Egyptians knew what semen was.
Right.
So like, if you have that in mind, like that could be a big semen coming out of a willy.
Could be a big semen coming out of a willy, yeah.
Now I want to see if I can get the. What the fuck? My search is fucked, isn't it?
I would have thought so, yeah.
Ancient Egypt semen. Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, it is literally a guy with his wanger out.
Yeah.
It looks like a streak of piss coming out, right?
Yeah.
It's like the streak of piss down there.
Yeah.
But in the piss is an actual semen.
I thought it just looked like a person sort of standing up.
What, that? Semen cells, the head and the tail.
Yeah, but it's like,
What do you reckon that's a person?
well, either or.
I mean, it's like a balloon on a string.
Yeah.
But, like, it does look a lot like a semen cell.
Yeah.
And it is, like, if you were like, right, that's a dick, that's a semen.
So how could they have known? So they had microscopy.
Yeah.
Microscopy.
Is that what they call it? Is it microscopy?
Sure.
Sounds like a disease.
It does.
They
had microscopes.
Really small.
But all that's been lost.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That's actually part of this.
Yeah.
So they.
I don't know how likely it is.
So
but...
if they had like cathode ray tubes or whatever,
Yeah.
why is there no glass left over?
Yeah, glass last. That's what the slogan for glass. Yeah. Big glass. They say it,
Big
don't they?
glass. Yeah.
Glass lasts.
The Glass Council. Glass lasts. Right.
Get rid of your wooden windows. Get glass. Glass lasts.
Put it in a green bin if it's green glass.
It lasts.
Grass lasts.
Grass lasts as well, yeah.
Look
That's
after your grass.
Garden,
put that in a brown bin. Put your glass in a clean bin.
And put your semen cells.
Oh no, hieroglyph.
Oh, a tissue. Keep them there.
So, yeah, so do you think they knew what semen looked like?
I don't know.
So therefore you think that's what I'm talking about is 100% believable?
Like, probably not right, but like that is a compelling picture.
Whoa.
That is a compelling picture to be like it looks so much like a...
Yeah.
What else were they doing? What else would you think that is?
I don't know.
It looks...
I can't tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got a Google now. Ancient Egypt
Well,
semen.
maybe the picture should be
Ancient
split.
Egypt semen, yeah.
Well, a bit of both, I think, maybe.
Semen, that's going to come off in the audio. Yeah. Light semen light.
Yeah, I think maybe... How is that lost, though?
Yeah, like... Yeah, there's no other way of magnification is there other than... I mean, that we know of.
Yeah.
What if they could zoom in with their eyes? What if they opened their third eye and that was a camera lens you could zoom in and focus?
How have we lost third eyes? I suppose it's been 5,000 years, to be fair.
I was supposed to say 5G. 5G got rid of our third eyes. It's possible. Could happen.
Mm,
Yeah.
possible,
But
I suppose.
yeah, I feel like the big takeaway is always like you can't attribute any drawings to
No.
like any sort of logic, right? You can't be like, well, they drew a light, so they must have had lights. They could
The scream never happened.
Yeah. As much as it is like fucking hell, like it does look like they knew what a semen cell was. Also, like it's just a drawing. It's not physical.
But that's a hell of a coincidence. But then, and also the coincidence part that's the only one.
Yeah.
Is there more of them, or
no? Not that I know of.
That's the one.
Yeah, they only do it once.
Seems unlikely.
If they knew what it was, they'd be, shouting it from the rooftops, right? It'd be all over their pyramids, big Siemens everywhere.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I don't know. We don't do it, do we?
Would you keep it to yourself? I don't know. I bet when they first saw semen under a microscope, that was all over the papers.
What, in our society?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you weren't carving it inside of buildings, were you?
Only because we didn't have to.
Yeah, because everyone knew.
Well, we had paper.
Yeah, wasn't that amazing?
They had paper, didn't they, Egypt? Papyrus?
They must. They can't know what the sperm cell was and not have paper.
Maybe it was just too hard to make.
They didn't have, like, factories.
They can't have known what sperm was and not had paper.
What were they wanking off to? Didn't they have contraception?
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently they had contraception.
Did they, by God?
Yeah. I don't know. Can't think what it was now. It's probably something really, like, do you know what I mean? Weird. You come into a crab and it's fine. A woman won't get pregnant. You just put a crab in there and fuck that instead. It's fine.
Seems like a bit much.
Yeah.
If it's the only way you could go.
Yeah, the only way to have sex without making someone pregnant. You gotta fuck a crab sometimes.
Let's not get into details of that, was it? But try and think about the physics of that. I mean,
yeah.
Because it's very hard.
Painful physics.
Yeah. It's very unforgiving, a crab's body. Unless you caught it right when it was molting.
Yeah.
But even then.
I mean, to be fair, it would work.
But it'd be more moody. It would work.
Yeah.
What bit?
What, you think you could?
Surely crabs have like a cloaca or...
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I don't think you could ejaculate if there's a crab like constantly snipping at your fucking the end of your dick. You'd be like, right, this is enough. I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but I never pictured it going from the front.
Oh, the front of the crab.
Yeah.
I think the front of the lady then.
Yeah, I never thought about going in head on.
Yeah. Oh, you subject the woman to the crab's pincer.
Oh yeah, because this is a contraceptive, not just how you'd fuck a crab.
All right, so, yeah, how would you fuck a crab? If we want to have that discussion on it.
I mean,
from the back, we know Will now.
from the back and it's from as far away as possible. I think it was a crab.
Ooh, how big's your dick? How far away?
9.5 mile.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'd walk 10 miles over the border and then
just
tie it down, claws away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Job done.
We're finding out a lot more about Will now. Have a ball gag as well, wouldn't
I don't want to get nipped. It's fucking crab, man. I've never been pinched by a crab for good reason, because I stay the fuck away from them.
Don't try and fuck them, yeah.
Are they like ancient beings?
The crabs?
Yeah.
Ancient beings, yeah, well, they've been around.
Like unevolved for ages.
Yeah. They're so perfect.
Yeah.
Because no one can fuck them. Because they're constantly sniffing around.
But would you fuck or fuck with a crab? Probably not.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've fucked with a lot of crabs, to be fair.
Big and though.
Yeah.
One that's big enough for you to have sex with.
If it was the same size as me, yeah, I'd be very scared.
I hate to be vulgar, but something doesn't have to be the same size as you to have sex with.
It does for most of us, Will.
Right, anyway. We're talking about lighting in ancient Egypt.
Yeah,
for
right.
Christ's sake. Well, I say that, I haven't got a lot on it.
Okay. Should bring back... tell me when you need to, I'll bring back the crabs.
We're at 40 minutes, so that's okay, right?
Maybe that's how people got crabs. You know, people say they got AIDS from fucking monkeys. During they got crabs from fucking crabs.
Okay, no. In contrast to the mainstream interpretation, a fringe theory proposes that the reliefs, i.e. the dendrolite, depict ancient Egyptian technology based on comparison to similar modern devices such as a cathode ray tube, a Geissler tubes, Crookes tubes, and arc lamps.
I don't know what any of these are, do you?
Well, a cathode ray tube is like what they use to do the screen on a fat TV.
Okay, all right. A fat TV, as they call them.
Well, the kids listening to this won't even know what a fat TV
That
is.
is true, yeah.
That is what we used to call them.
Yeah,
You go, turn on the chubbo.
Let's do the chopper on. Get Dad to switch the old chopper on. It's getting late.
What's on the blubber tonight? J.N. Lockyer's passing reference to a colleague's humorous suggestion that electric lamps would explain the absence of lamp black deposits in the tombs has sometimes been forwarded as an argument supporting this particular interpretation. Another argument being made is the use of a system of reflective mirrors. So there wasn't like coal and shit on the floor in these things. So either they built it, went in, did whatever they were doing inside, and as they were coming out, put the lights out, swept them up, went to the next set, put the lamps out, set them up, like took out the lamps at the same time.
Right.
Or they were able to have a torch.
They had a
torch.
Flashlight, yeah.
Yeah, they had a torch.
With a Baghdad battery in it.
Proponents of this interpretation have also used a text referring to high poles covered with copper plates to argue this, but Bolko Stern has written in detail explaining why the copper-covered tops of poles, which were lower than the associated pylons, do not relate to electricity or lightning, pointing out that no evidence of anything used to manipulate electricity has been found in Egypt, and that this was a magical and not a technical installation.
Magic, was it? Well, you didn't say it was magic from the start, but it was probably just magic.
Well, one or the other.
It was David Blaine the whole time.
Archaeologist and debunker Kenneth Feder argued that if ancient Egyptians really had such advanced technology, some light bulb remains, glass shards, metal sockets, filaments, should have been discovered during archaeological excavations by applying Occam's razor. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, the logical solutions are most
simple.
Yeah.
He instead highlighted the feasibility of the aforementioned reflective mirrors system, and also that the notion of adding salt to torches to minimise lamp black was well known by ancient Egyptians.
Adding salt to torches did what?
Stops all the soot and shit.
Okay.
I think that's what lamp black is.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Let me just check it again. Carbon black is the name of a common black pigment. Yeah, basically.
Soot, no more soot. Yeah. Well, I think it's about mirrors is quite interesting. So they have mirrors back in the days?
Well, if they could look at spunk,
they would have had mirrors. Yeah.
If they could do lenses, they can do mirrors.
The idea of them using some sort of reflective surface. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you wouldn't need a mirror.
No, any reflective surface.
Yeah.
And they could shoot a light through it and it would bounce. You could imagine.
How would they shoot a light through?
I don't know.
Well, they bounce off the sun, I suppose.
Yeah, well, if you had a narrow hollow in a pyramid, say. And the sun was just coming through the narrow hollow.
Yeah.
And then you could have reflective surfaces either side and the light would bounce about.
Yeah. A narrow hollow.
I don't know what it would do. But that could be the depiction of that snake bouncing up and down
I think
on that picture.
It's happening in Alien vs Predator.
What, they have a narrow hollow?
Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's underground, that pyramid, so I don't know.
No. Is that the one where she gets alien juice on her face? He's here's some war paint and rubs alien juice on her face.
Yeah.
And it doesn't melt her entire being.
With the tooth of the xenomorph.
Yeah. Even though in the first film, it went through 5 layers of a spaceship.
Yeah.
This woman's face is fine.
Well, Predator knows what it's doing.
Right. That's that solved, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Well done, Predator.
So, more broadly ancient tech. Do you think it's
Yeah.
possible that they had electroplating and like torches, and that has been entirely lost in the meantime?
I don't think it's impossible. I feel like there'd be more evidence if it did happen, but I don't think it's completely impossible. Because there's a few ancient technologies that have been lost that were well documented. Did you see Greek fire?
Well, I've heard of it.
Yeah, the Greeks had like some sort of like they could just set fire to like anything on the ocean.
Oh, is that like alchemist fire or like? Well, that's a D&D thing. But...
Well, probably.
Yeah.
It's like I assume it was some sort of oil they could chuck on the water, then they could set fire to that.
Like oil.
Yeah, but it was like way more potent. People said they would like it would be on them, and they'd jump into the ocean, they'd still die of the fire. They'd still be on fire in the ocean.
Does napalm do that?
Yeah, it was like some sort of chemical compound like that, but apparently it's never been replicated. Like it was a really good what they'd done back in them days, and that was lost.
Damn.
But yeah, it's heavily documented.
Oh, but you know, that's one of those things where it like might have just been a plant they used to make it.
That's
that was
died
so
out now.
common then they didn't even bother mentioning it.
Yeah.
Well, you used Greek fire plant.
Yeah.
It's in the name, you idiot.
There was a big plant that died out, wasn't there, in Egypt?
I don't know.
No, I can't remember. I don't know. I'll get into it. There was another interesting one.
I don't know. I won't get into it.
Starlight. Did you hear that?
No.
It was recent. It was like 80s, maybe 90s. I think it was 80s. It was even the BBC done a piece on it. He was like a hairstylist.
Right.
He'd made a formula that was like anti-fire,
Right.
whatever that word is. But like
Flame retardant.
yeah, flame retardant. He said it could withstand like heats of like 1,000 degrees. It was something insane. But he proved it on like this clip. You can find it on YouTube. He literally like coat an egg in this like weird like rubber formula, and like he'd heat the egg up to fuck like flamethrowers and shit. Then he'd peel his stuff off, and the egg was fine. It was still unboiled.
No way.
And he spent so long being like, I want this to, get rich of it or whatever. He didn't tell anyone. Then he died, and then no one knows what it was. And it's just been lost to time.
just
No one's
happened
ever
to die,
recreated it.
did he?
Yeah,
Wow. Shit.
yeah. But I think of the implications, man. Like, if firefighters could wear something like that, just walk into a building,
Yeah.
it's insane, isn't it?
Why don't you just buy someone, not kill them?
You what?
Why don't you just buy him? You'd offer him $2 billion.
Well, I mean, like maybe he did die of natural causes, like.
Yeah.
Just one of them freak things. Like people were in the midst to buy it, but he didn't. He was never like sure. He was never like decided who to sell it to. Then just fucking died.
Yeah, I suppose people would be fighting for it.
Yeah. He could have made a lot
We'll
of money
kill him
off
and
it.
take the recipe and keep it secret.
Yeah. No one ever found out.
What a fucking world, eh?
Yeah. But to think like it's never been replicated again. Like he wasn't even a scientist. He was just a hairstylist.
So what I'm getting from this is you're pretty up for the idea of technology being lost, but
It can
still
happen.
being
Yeah.
weird, interesting, and believable.
Yeah. It definitely can happen. I mean, Library of Alexandria.
That is there, isn't it?
That got burnt down. Famously. It's just full of so much information.
Oh, it's one of the 7 wonders of the world, isn't it?
Maybe it was.
Handguns of Babylon, Colossus of Rhodes, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus,
Pyramids.
the Pyramids of Giza, I've said Handguns of Babylon now.
Taj Mahal. I don't think that.
No, that's a modern one,
Yeah.
not an old one. The lighthouse at
Flannan Island.
there's a lighthouse.
That never goes out.
There is a lighthouse that never goes out. There is a lighthouse that never goes out. I can't remember what the other one is. That's annoying.
No, I didn't know any of them.
Get a fucking email about that.
Yeah. And we know from who.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I got.
Is that what you got?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean...
Ancient tech, broadly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where I stand on the matter. I'm very intrigued in the whole like ancient civilization.
I'm much more inclined to
Aspects.
believe the underwater stuff for some reason.
There's definitely an episode that I'll do at some point about like ancient civilizations.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when, but it's gonna come.
Is that going to have Nazca lines in?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I've been tempted about them. But
Yeah.
it's such a biggie.
Yeah. And I feel like because a lot of the stuff that I looked into to the ancient civilization stuff, like it never really featured these like the Baghdad battery is always a bit like that's not quite on the same level as the other stuff, and yeah, and I feel like cave paintings are always, you know,
Well, some nut job.
yeah.
Thought it was a good idea. But then what's that? The
I mean, like the
oldest-
pictures of like Egyptians that look like they have lights. It's like it's just a picture.
Yeah.
There's like pictures of Egyptians that look like they're flying UFOs, but it's like, well, no, it was actually a guy going to hell. It's a famous one. You go, oh, it doesn't look like
I can draw
UFOs.
whatever I want.
Exactly. Yeah.
I could draw myself standing on top of Earth, but it doesn't make it true.
Yeah. Wasn't there also like an Egyptian plane? Did you see that? Ancient Egyptians had like a
No.
plane model, and everyone was like, see, look, they invented planes, and it was like, well, this wouldn't even fly if it was scaled up. Or no, maybe that was the thing actually. Like, they were like, yes, aerodynamic, like it would actually work if it was blown up.
But is that like, instead of making a paper plane, they made a wooden plane?
Well, I think it was like a. Should I see if I can find a picture? I just opened up my phone. It was a picture of ancient Egypt coming. I think it was an Ancient Aliens episode. So I mean, it's very believable.
Oh, so it's basically a bird.
It's basically a bird, yeah. But I think the thing was they were like it would fly aerodynamically scaled up. It would actually fly.
Well, yeah, but that's not necessarily. I mean, that's just a bird.
Yeah,
They've remade a bird in wood,
Yeah.
and yeah.
I mean, I suppose like the biplanes or whatever. Dimensionally, it's the same, like the same wingspan compared to the body length and the body size.
So of course it would.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like to be fair, it would be hard to just randomly come across.
Well, they didn't. They had a bird to base off. That's a bird.
Oh, what you think they just built it off the?
Well, yeah, they had a
dimensions
dead
of the
bird
birds.
and went, oh, let's make a wooden model of that bird and see
Yeah.
if it goes.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah,
Definitely.
see the argument. Yeah,
It's exactly the same as a bird.
yeah. It
And
did have a rigid wing though. It was a biplane wing, it wasn't there?
because that works. Like, fucking. I don't know if I've said it on the pod already, but when I went to the Science Museum, there's a bit about human flight. And it's like, if we weren't so fixated on the idea of flapping the wings,
Yeah.
we'd have got fixed wing gliding down way earlier, like
Oh,
hundreds
really?
of years earlier. Yeah, because we're so obsessed. Because birds flap their wings. We're
Yeah.
like, well, that's how you fly.
Yeah.
And actually, that's not the way we can do it.
You've got to glide.
Yeah, glide with an engine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd have been better at it if we weren't trying to flap our fucking wings.
I remember a story that our head teacher told us in middle school. Maybe it wasn't my head teacher. Maybe I'm throwing flack on my head teacher, and it was like one of the weird, like head of English or whatever. But it was like I think it was just like some people were in a garage or something like that, and some guy come up to him and was like, "I can fly," and they went, "Pff, we've been flying for ages," and then he flapped and flew away.
Mm-hmm.
And looked at us like,
Get it?
What'd you take away from that, kids? And we went, nothing. What are you talking about? This is the ramblings of a madman.
What school was it? High school?
Middle school, yeah. What does that? Doesn't mean anything. What's he talking
I
about?
don't think we got anything that weird at middle
He
school.
just flew away. And then the people in the garage went, oh, that's real flying.
And you're at
We
the
should
tough
have
inner
listened to
city
them.
middle school.
Yeah. With Lambrini, man.
Yeah. I was at the little nice village one.
Oh, it's mad.
We had a big field, not a public park.
We were out with the skagheads.
Yeah, mate.
We shared their needles.
Played rounders with a cyclist going past.
Well, you did.
Like you did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the good old days.
Anyway,
What'd you take from that story? But
that one in particular. Well, not a lot, really. Like you say, nothing happened.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like, have you learned something today? No.
He said, do you want to fly? Said, we've been flying.
Yeah, they were like, well, planes have been about for years, you loser.
And he flew off.
Yeah. He flew off like a bird. And they went, oh, now he looks silly. Now that's real flying.
No, they just freak out. So that stupid bank advert where the black horses.
Oh, yeah.
Right, the kids are like, whoa.
Do they give the horses money? Or they like take my money?
No, they just sort of stroke them.
Okay.
And like the kids are like, whoa. And the parents are like, whoa. But what the parents really would be doing is, get the fuck away from that. Come in now. Come in now. Stay away from that horse. Because it's like 20 horses galloping down the street.
Yeah, it's fucking scary,
Like,
man.
shit.
We had the experience of horses, didn't we? When we was on holiday. Not you, me and you, but me and my family. It was fucking... We're just in a field and these horses just these horses just walked right up to us and just stood there. And everyone was like, this is fucking... You had to like slowly sidle away. There was like one in front. There was like a gang that like surrounded us. And obviously they weren't aggressive, but you like... They can turn at any minute. If they just run, we're probably dead. So you just like slowly sidle around them. It was fucking scary, man.
They're big.
That's unpredictable. That's the problem. And there was one facing like forwards, but his legs were like at the exit of the encounter.
Right.
So it was like we have to walk behind one's ass to get out, and that's always a no-no
like,
of horses.
Well, and not only are they famous for their kicks, they got a mean bite on them.
Have they really? I've
They
never...
got a hell of a mouth, and they don't mind using it.
Those bastards.
Right. Yeah, you're worried about the kick, but you wouldn't want to get bit by a horse. Its mouth's probably big as like open, like as big as our faces.
Yeah, it could do a lot of damage, to be fair.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Big teeth.
They're pricks, aren't they?
Think how much they fuck up a carrot.
Yeah, there's like
Sugar
one bite in
cube.
there. Bang.
Yeah.
Pricks.
Yeah, they just bite your head off.
I always thought that advert was like people were giving their horses their money to take to the bank.
No,
They were like, here you go, bang, and run off.
I don't really know what they're going for.
No, why is there a horse there? I suppose
It's on the logo,
it's the logo,
isn't it? So
but...
we're everywhere.
But like famously,
We're around you.
we're watching you.
We gallop past.
Give us your money.
Yes.
Give us your money. It's like intimidation tactics, isn't it?
Even when you're alone on a beach, a herd of us will be there.
I was gonna say, like, famously, the most untrustworthy animal, a horse.
Is it?
Yeah, you can't trust a horse.
Can't trust a fox.
Nah, horses are the most untrustworthy animals.
Well, I think they're creepy, man.
Yeah. You don't trust them. Like, you get on their back, there's like, even Superman. They like, flipped him out like he was a fucking...
What do you mean, even Superman?
Superman fucking like died on a horse. It broke his back and like, fucked his life up. He just went mad while he was on its back, and that was it. Unpredictable, isn't they?
My brother told me that they're like evolved in a way that the hoof is actually like a middle finger.
Right, so
So they're like diddling along like that on four of them. Which really creeped me out.
What, they're on it? What?
So like the hoof
Yeah.
is actually like
How
a
is it like
super evolved middle finger, and they have like vestigial little toes somewhere up their leg.
Oh, okay, right.
So they're actually just diddling along on their middle fingers,
Right.
on like and their middle toes.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah.
Creepy as hell.
Untrustworthy, aren't they?
Oh,
Banks need to
mate.
be trusted. Why make your logo a fucking horse? Untrustworthy.
I don't want nothing to do. Don't want to ride them.
Yeah.
Don't want other people to ride them.
Don't want to be near them.
Like, let them do what they like.
I can't be in a field with them. They fucking freak me out. But maybe it is.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'll
intimidation.
give one an apple over a fence.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, take your hand off.
No.
The
What
pricks.
I could do. Well, they've got sharp teeth.
Mm.
I think it'd really hurt if it bit you on the hand.
Yeah.
But
Depends how domesticated they were.
I think they'd rather kick you and fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's sort of their vibe, isn't it?
Didn't we watch a video together of a man trying to ride a wild horse?
Uh,
We both what was
yeah,
he
I think
doing?
so.
What a fucking mess. Like, it's not going to work, is it?
yeah, I mean, it's not happening.
He's lucky if he hasn't got brain damage after
Yeah.
that.
You can't just break a horse first go with
This
no
is
training.
Breath of the Wild.
Ha!
Is
That's
that
it.
like, do you whistle at it or something? Do a spell on it? Something like that.
I think you just jump on it and have to have enough stamina, don't you?
Yeah, maybe.
Sneak up. Yeah, you sneak up on it, jump on it, and you got to have enough stamina
Yeah.
to and then you have to like
Do like a
move
mini
the
game.
opposite
Yeah.
direction to the way it's going.
Is there something where you do like a spell? Is that Witcher? Do you like get another horse? Is it always Roach?
It's always Roach, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was. Because he just teleports in from everywhere, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember how you do it in Skyrim. You just jump on them, I think.
Maybe. I can't remember. Past Skyrim.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Anyway,
This is not a video game podcast.
ancient tech. No, it's not.
Have a break while I get another beer.
Yeah, sure.
And you can think about your movie idea.
Oh yeah, shit. Shit. Okay, let's get on to the scores.
Scoring. I feel like we haven't looked at the score sheet for a while.
That's right here.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
There you go. Taking that in now.
Yeah, nice one. Now I know. What's the last one we scored?
The last one we scored or the last one we did?
Did we write it down? Oh, maybe we did.
30 to 22. Seems high.
Yeah.
So it must have been a good one.
Maybe it was my last one.
The IFSB.
Sorry?
The IFSB. That was the last one we did.
Oh, right, yeah. The
It's your week.
International Flying Saucer Bureau.
Yeah, with is it Randy Kramer? That's what it is.
Randy Kramer.
Albert Bender.
Yeah, Albert Bender, yeah. Randy Kramer, fucking hell, that was ages ago.
Yeah, he's the MDF, not the IFSB.
He was good though, I liked him.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites, I think.
Yeah. It's such a mental story.
Yeah,
It's good.
so far anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so weirdness and or interestingness.
Conceptually, I like the idea of lost technologies and ancient civilizations and stuff, but I feel like these aren't grabbing it. There's definitely better examples. So maybe right down the middle, a nice 5. It's like it's starting to create an itch, but it's not scratching it. It's like it's almost there, but it's not enough.
I can deal with that. That's fine. That's okay.
Yeah.
Believability. This is toughy.
Yeah. It's a hard one to score. Like, did they have electricity? No.
Yeah.
The Baghdad battery is a real thing, which they might have stumbled across and it worked, and they went, "This is funny," but but I don't think they were like had advanced knowledge of gold plating shit and created a gold plating machine. I'll cut that out. 2. Yeah. It's not quite over that hump of like more believable than unbelievable, but it's not,
See the power
far
of
away.
the Hollywood factor.
Here we go. This could be interesting. It's a good start. Is this Justice League? Whenever Gal Gadot comes on screen.
Truck. Egypt. Oh, truck. That's probably
Egypt
not
truck.
right. Yeah, no. Egypt.
Ancient Egypt truck.
It says 3,500 BC and it's just sand.
But a truck runs over that.
A truck runs it over and then it says 2035
Wait, what?
AD.
AD? It runs over the BC and it turns into AD.
Yeah, and changes some of the numbers.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Sarge, do you think we're ever going to find any of this shit? Well, I'll tell you what, Private, if we do, we're going to make something real good out of it. And then it like zooms down to the badge and it says like ancient tech squad.
Investigations.
Yeah, the ancient
Relic Society
expedition.
Yeah. You know what's going
And then they go, oh, it's right here, there's the coordinates. And they jump out and they go, fire the AC-130, and then the plane comes past, like fires the 150 ml can and just blows a huge hole in the ground, and you see the top of a pyramid in the crater. In the crater.
What's the pyramid is below ground?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
And they go, I think we found it, Private. I think we have, sir. Get digging, you little bitch. They'll jump down. Little time skip. 3 days later.
To dig the pyramid out.
It's dug out.
Yeah.
Pyramid.
Pyramid.
They find a gold-plated door.
Okay.
Sarge, do you want to go first? Private, this is an order.
I've never been first in my life.
You go first. And he opens it and kicks him down. And then we're in the tunnels.
Oh.
We're in the catacombs.
Okay.
With the private.
Catacombs, isn't that under France?
He pulls out a lighter. Eventually lights.
And there's a dead man on the sidewalls.
Oh, better.
Obviously, the Jenna Jones.
The light reflects off something. He reaches out with his other hand, touches it. The lighting comes on.
The lighting?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's affected something.
Yeah.
The narrow hollow just so happens to line up. He's disturbed it enough to push the sand off so the light comes through the tube. It lights up the warehouse.
The warehouse. The pyramids are warehouses of the style.
Hovercraft, speedboat, mech, tank, rifles, bombs, plane, kites.
Kites?
Trojan horse.
Kites? What, like pull into the wind and they fly kites?
Yeah. And a flotilla of wooden birds.
Oh, the most advanced technology and kites.
Well, they got to start somewhere.
Was this a progression? They started with kites and they moved to tanks.
But they weren't in order of when they invented them. And then a flotilla of wooden birds.
Oh. Anatomically correct. And they could fly.
Ancient Egypt 3.0.
That was cool.
That's the pitch.
That's the name of the film.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What do you mean that's the pitch?
Well, that's the pitch.
That's where it ends.
Well, that's my pitch for it, yeah. What happens in the end? All right.
Where does it go?
They awaken an ancient curse, and the last pharaoh brings back an army of the dead to wield these weapons.
Half in the Mummy.
That, but he has an army of wooden birds.
It's not the Scorpion King, it's the Wooden Bird
mechs.
King. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rock's in a mech.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. The Rock in a mech.
Mm.
If they just called it The Rock in a mech, you'd be like, well, I've got to go now.
Well, yeah.
Ancient Egypt, The Rock's in a mech.
Ancient Egypt 3, Rock in a mech. The Rock in a mech. Dwayne Johnson in a mech.
Statham flying a kite and The Rock's in a mech. He wouldn't watch that.
Stallone plays the wooden bird. With The Rock in a mech. And
Arnold Schwarzenegger as a sperm cell.
Patton Oswalt as the Torch. Is that what his name is?
Patton Oswalt, yeah. He's alright.
Yeah.
He plays the gills, doesn't he? In
Yeah.
It'd
be funny as a Torch.
Yeah.
He's happy, although only watched half of the first episode.
Oh, yeah, he's in the show Happy. I thought you meant he's a happy guy.
Probably is.
Yeah, he seems like a happy guy.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Elijah Wood could be the Torch as well.
Yeah, I like Elijah Wood. He does good projects, right?
Yeah.
Sam, you have to carry me up the mountain. I'm just a torch. I got you, Frodo. I'll put some salt on you because I don't want any soot on my hands.
Yeah, and then so somehow the Torch gets into the spider cave, and then Sam picks him up to get Shelob away, despite him being webbed up. Let's not go into the
webbed
physics.
Up with a torch.
Let's not get into the physics.
What was the fucking sword called?
Sting.
Sting, yeah. Oh, did you see in The Hobbit how it got his name?
I can't
That's the worst scene
remember.
in movie history.
I can't remember.
Bilbo like stabbed a spider and he goes, "Oh, that stings." And he goes, "Sting? That's a good name for this sword."
Yeah, but that's probably what happened. That's such
What do you mean that's what happened?
Well, probably is what happens in the books.
Why is this sword called Sting?
can't remember.
Oh, because I stabbed a spider and it went, "That stings."
Yeah, but that's
I'll call it Sting.
very sort of twee Tolkien stuff that does creep through in the book.
Stupid. Get rid of it.
Yeah, but some of it is stupid.
Yeah.
Some of it is, mate.
It's very stupid.
Yeah, but it's sick.
Oh, I do like Lord of the Rings, but I just thought that was a very
To the
sick
power of.
origin story.
You'd watch that. Ancient Egypt
would.
3.0.
Who's the bad guy?
Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
Oh, local celebrity.
Yeah.
Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his goal?
Where he's bringing back an army of the dead.
What is he the
Well,
commander?
now they've find so.
Is he the government commander? Yeah.
Got it.
I like it.
He was
Like
locked.
seeing the cogs start to turn.
He was locked in by another pharaoh who electroplated the door shut, and then destroyed all but one Baghdad battery.
Well, so Ray Fiennes is a ancient
Yeah,
relic.
mummy
Mummy.
comes back to
He
life.
looks a lot like the guy from The Mummy.
Yeah,
They look quite
Emotep.
He looks like Imhotep, to be fair. It's like
The Mummy 5, Ancient Egypt 3.0.
got a British accent. I'm the fucking mummy.
Whatever you're doing in here, don't fucking do it in my Egypt. This is my fucking pyramid. It doesn't talk like that at all.
Drag your fucking ass up there, fucking pyramid apple and pears. Get on the old dog and scarab beetle and fuck off.
Do you want me to put you on your sarcophagus?
That's not bad.
Okay, to the power of that Hollywood factor.
For sarcophagus, I think you get 20.
20. Oh, only 20. So that's 10 to the power of 20. This is going to be big. And
That's a good score. That's a good score.
10 to the power of half of that. No, double that. Sorry, Mr. Maths, I forgot.
Were you actually apologising to maths?
I was apologising to the potential emails before they get into it.
Oh, okay. I thought you was literally apologising to the god of maths then. Sorry, maths, I got that wrong. Don't smite
Well,
me.
as we know, 10 to the power of
Jesus
20.
Christ.
Well, it's 10 with 20 zeros, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0.
It's just weird to see a number that pure.
It's quite attractive.
It kind of is.
It's lovely.
It kind of is.
Well, it's high.
It's locked in.
It's not amazing. That's a lot of zeros, though.
Yeah.
To be fair,
It's just one with a lot of zeros.
it is all about the Hollywood factor these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm fine with that.
it's like real society. In a way, right?
Sure. We're gonna get deep.
Yeah. I'm going to become a Scientologist so you have to give me better schools.
Then we'll stop doing the old podcast.
You couldn't say anything.
All right, so yeah, decent score. I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good score.
We got another couple of format points.
I think it's a better score than the Baghdad battery deserves, but...
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think so. Right, we got to talk about the fortune cookie.
Yes.
Have you peaked?
How's the fortune going? Yeah,
I
to be fair,
think
we
I've
did
reached
peak.
the top level.
We had 4.9 on Spotify, now it's down to 4.5, so we're past our peak.
And we did have an audience size of 20 last week. And now it's lower than that.
Now it's gone down from 20. But I mean, the whole story about fucking a crab, that's going to bring them back.
So look, if you click on it, it tells you where they are.
Yeah?
We have listeners in 3 different areas of Canada. Yeah, we do.
Why do Canadians like this so much? Well, maybe they're the ones giving us the bad scores, to be fair.
Almost all of our listeners are in England.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise
But
me.
we do have-
It's all of my family.
One in Scotland who I know. And I don't think the reason it's 1% is because he's probably only listened to a couple of
To
episodes.
one episode, yeah.
Northern Ireland, not sure about. Wales,
No, I
not
don't
sure
know
about.
from Northern Ireland. Wait, was that planets?
Yeah, if you go to it gives you planets as a little joke.
Oh, it's all Earth.
It is all planet Earth, yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, we've got 2% of our listeners on Apple Podcast now.
Whoa!
Shit, son.
Shout outs to Apple Podcasts. Anyone on Apple Podcasts, send us an email.
Oh, look. We got people in all sorts of states in America.
That's odd.
Texas, Ohio, Tennessee, Washington, Massachusetts, Virginia, California, New York, Michigan. Give us a shout.
What does that mean?
That they probably listened to it
It's
once
one
and they've
person
listened to it
listened
twice.
1 minute.
But in
one episode.
Well, I don't know. Maybe let's not go into raw numbers while we're here.
It doesn't go to all countries. 'cause it's
Whoever's
very
in
boring for
Wellington,
listeners.
thank you. Whoever's in Brussels, thank you.
You've got to click on Earth every time.
Whoever's in San Juan, thank you. Oh, there's too many countries. Yes, there's all sorts of stats we could get into.
Yeah.
We've sort of got to all of them now.
I have to cut all this out though, because this is nothing. Yeah. What was that age range though? 28 to 34.
28 to 34, that's our
It's all of our
demographic.
listeners, 72%.
I am.
That's
Well, it's
3%, 60 plus.
older than me, mate. How old am I? 20.
You're in the 9%.
Wait.
How old are you?
6.
60.
No, I'm 28.
I'm keeping that in.
Yeah, that's probably
Well,
good.
annoyingly, I've got to keep most of this in now, just so you can hear that.
Probably a good spot to end it, isn't it?
To hear that blunder.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, 28. Sue me. It's been weird and interesting stories. I've
Well, you
been
don't know how
Will.
old we are, apparently.
Yeah.
How old am I?
How old are you? 30?
30.
30?
So close to 30, it's disgusting.
Oh,
Episode
yeah.
30,
Yeah.
more like Rendlesham Forest episode, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Episode.
It might even be episode 30.
No.
Oh, if I turn 30 on episode 30.
It can't be, can it? It just can't be.
I mean, how it's like, what, about...
This is 20. This will be 24.
Yeah, so it's going to be like 28 or something, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
not
that's
happening.
annoying.
Well, we can save it. I suppose.
Yeah, we'll bring it out as a 30th episode.
Who cares?
Yeah, no one cares.
No one cares.
Not even I care. It would have been a funny coincidence. But now, yeah. And now I'm already bored of this conversation.
Yeah, right. I've been Will.
I've been Josh.
All right. Thanks for
We're
listening.
the Waste Boys.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are. And you've just wasted your time.
That's a bomb sound effect. Can I do a semen sound effect?
Sound like
What's
a
that?
cat. I meant it to be a gun.